Well, hello to the six of you left of the wet cave of murderers. Looks like this is it. Me and Luma have been almost surrounded. There are zombies that appeared while we were sleeping. No matter what we do to these bunkers, they just aren't a sufficient hideout. The chances of us living through tonight are laughably bad. Can't even imagine what it's like for the rest of you. We've got these nuclear bunkers that offer a lot of innate protection. They're big. You guys don't have that. I assume that it's even worse for you than it is for us, but it's bad for us. I'd say we both have a less than a 50% chance of living tonight. I'm sorry that this isn't going to be sweeping and epic, but I'm just tired, and I want this to be over. I guess that's it. I'm sorry. Of course, I do need to go over the few deaths, because it's only right. We have Delta Eagle. He was an interesting character. Did not come to the town with me, but he did a good job. He didn't say that much, but according to what he had said, he was an ex-army sniper. The only story I can think about him was I noticed fairly late into our town that when we were making better materials, we used the hacksaw because it helps. It makes it go a lot faster. He was making all of his materials without the hacksaw. Like, I just saw him one day, and he had this log, and he was just like breaking it with his hands, and it was funny. And I told him, man, like, I know you're trying to be tough, like, you don't think you need the tools, and it's more badass that way. But if you use the hacksaw, it'll be easier. And he did that after every day. He listened. I don't know, it was just funny to see that. And he lasted pretty long during these camping trips, so, good job with them. And then we have Larry Taylor. Taylor saved me twice. So, one time when the cat town was still around, and one time while we were camping, he saved me, and then later saved Luma. He was a little bit hard to understand. I can't always get everything that he says when he talks. I don't know where he's from, but, there's that interesting aspect of him. But, he's a good guy. He came out scavenging with us many days. He saved people. In the first few days, he was having a lot of trouble getting adjusted. He got trapped a lot. But he learned, and now he's, he's one of the gang. Or he was one of the gang. He left Vasar to search for nuts and bolts, and never made it back up to the bunkers, and because he didn't have the increased protection, I guess someone got him. His last words were, "I can't make the people follow me, but I bet I can make the dead people follow until they get me." So, maybe he was leading people away from SAR, I don't know. Anyway, the dead have been reported. I'm afraid no one's going to be there to report me, or the rest of the people are going to die tonight. Thank you for listening, guys. I'm sorry that there wasn't any big battle at the end or anything, but this is CrossKnights, probably signing off for the last time.
This can't... What the hell are the odds of this? They're all gone. They're all dead. All of them are dead, except for Luma. Out of the original 40 people that resided in the wet cave of murderers, only us two remain. Everyone else is dead, or worse than dead. So what the hell do we do? Do we just wait out here in the cold to die? Screw that! We got a little plan. It may be it is a futile plan, but hey, we're doing something. We're not just gonna stay here to die. We are going back to town. For the last time. These bunkers are not going to be our grave. We're going to go back to the place where we lived and fought together with our friends. The two of us will be able to make it back to the path, thanks to Luma's apt handling of his riot shield. And just barely. The only weapons we have, well, we have a water gun with one shot left, but we shouldn't even need that. SAR's last act was to leave the nuts and bolts that he found so that we can make the chainsaw. That's our plan. We're gonna make the chainsaw, and we're gonna make as many zombies pay as possible before they take us. Wish us luck, 'cause here we go. Well, there's good news and there's bad news. We both realize now that we have only a few hours to live. I can't say our minds were completely clear. In our haste to leave, we forgot some vital items to making the chainsaw. We're going to need 2 packets of duct tape, we think, to patch together this damn engine out of these broken parts, so we have everything but that. We're also probably going to need some more duct tape to tape the engine in to the chainsaw. That means I'm going to have to go on a little adventure. Luma's currently sleeping. He got tired walking back 12 kilometers through the desert. I think we can still do this, but I'm not completely sure. There are a few dubious drugs that can help if we get desperate, but apparently those can cause hallucinations and other undesirable things. That'll be our last resort. If I need to, I'll damn well take it, though, if that means I can kill 1 or 2 more zombies. I'm also going to need to try to pick up a battery, but this one little trip should do it. But hey, before I do that, why don't I go over the deaths? There were 6 of us. There are now 2 of us. Luzar, who found a hacksaw on the very first day, did some scavenging, and was also a major builder, was killed. He radioed that his camp was degrading pretty rapidly, and that he probably wouldn't be able to survive unless he could get up to the bunkers. I told him the path is closing off, and that me and Luma didn't have enough energy to guide him up here. I don't know how far up here he made it, but he did not make it to the bunkers, and I guess he died. His last words were, "I die with style tonight," and I had no idea what the hell he meant by that until I saw his house. I gotta say, it was nicely decorated. Thing was fancy as hell. He had a cat there, too, that I decided to take in. Hopefully it won't mind, but I have a feeling the cat wouldn't be able to do too well by itself. Of course, it only has 20 hours to live, just like Luma and me, but hey. Baron died. He came to me with this town, but I've never heard the man speak, ever. Not even once. But he does his job, he builds. People like him were necessary. Then we have a guy whose name I'll probably never really know, but he just said that his name was Mr. McSmashy Stuff. Or something like that, I'm sorry. Anyway, he was the only person that I didn't come with to this town that managed to last until the final night, so good on him. And then there is Sar, the person who made this little goal of me and Luma's possible. He managed to find 2 nuts and bolts and a jerry can. We're going to have water. All the water we could need, even if we need to do extensive treks in the desert to get the remaining components. And the 2 nuts and bolts that are needed to repair the engine for the chainsaw. And then the chainsaw itself. Does it even matter if we build the chainsaw? Probably not, but it's the damn principle of the thing. The point is to kill more of them than they have killed of us. We have to decrease their numbers. Somehow, someone has to. I know that I've personally killed more than 40, therefore I myself have killed more than they've been able to kill of us. But still, it's not enough. I'm going to kill as many goddamn rotters as I can tonight. I'm going to try to kill them all. I'll kill them until my last breath. And then, if everything goes well, make it back to base, sleep in my own bed, and die there. The way a man should, not all cold, covered in sand. And damn, my house looks good. My house looks like I'm ready to go to war. I got a machine gun, a revolver. I even got a bunch of cash that I just spread around so it looks like I'm filled with money. These zombies, they're going to recognize, man. They're going to recognize my statue. They might take me out, but I'm going to take a few out with me. That's the damn plan. I'm getting hyped up here. We're going into the desert. But as it is right now, just need to kill about 12 zombies that are in my way. Go, grab the battery, grab some duct tape. That'll be enough to build the engine. Then I have to figure out if I can find enough drugs or booze or anything else to pick me up enough to go and get the second duct tape. And then I can repair the chainsaw, and then all hell is gonna break loose. Oh, you bastards don't even know it's coming. But it's coming. I will release you from your eternal suffering. Wish me luck. So far, so good. If I was unable to kill even one less zombie, I would have been trapped out there. And I don't know if Luma could have saved me. But I got the duct tape, and I got a battery. So, now comes the hard part. I had to use all 5 guns that I had, using the shopping trolley to let me carry them more easily. And there were some matches and a rotting log at my zone, so I was able to use that to make a quick torch, and torch one of the damn zombies. He lit up. I didn't need any damn accelerant, he just lit up and burnt to the ground. The zone even had a few items. I probably could have stayed there, but I'm too amped up. I can't just wait in the desert searching around like I used to, like it's gonna damn well matter. I don't have a lot of time left. I needed to carry the battery back and the duct tape. Took the duct tape, fixed the engine. We now have a working engine in the bank. As I said though, here's the hard part. I got exhausted when I was walking out there. I've already eaten. I've already drank. I could probably get about 3 kilometers before being totally exhausted. There are no zombies 3 kilometers away. The only thing that could possibly give me energy is some unlabeled drugs. Now, they can also make you have hallucinations. If that happens, I'm screwed. They also might not give you energy. It'll be like taking Tylenol. If that happens, I'm screwed. Luma will be able to do nothing in order to save me. Gotta do this. What else am I gonna do? Just sit around? Not gonna do that. I could even kill a whole bunch of zombies with the guns. I bet I could kill like 30 of them. Not gonna do that. Why? I've wanted a chainsaw for over a week now. And I'm gonna get a damn chainsaw or die trying. Giving up, not enough. Not enough, damn it. So I'll get the drugs. And if it amps me up, I'll be able to make my way using water guns, shooting my way. Now, according to the map, and the map hasn't screwed me so far, there are a ton of unlabeled drugs there. If I got those, I would have enough energy to get back to town, hopefully. 1 kilometer south of the ambulance are 3 duct tapes. That's all I need is 1 more duct tape, then we can make the chainsaw. And go all the way back to base. It's a crazy plan, I know, but it could work. It has about a 50% chance of working. I flipped a coin to see what my chances are. I do that sometimes, you know, to see if I've been wary. He landed on tails. The coin said I'm gonna die out there. If I die out there, that's only marginally worse than dying inside. I mean, I have to do this. This is the last mission of CrossKnights. Whether I succeed or fail, I damn well tried. I'll be back. I'll make my next recording either out terrified and seeing things or completely out of energy 3 miles from town, or back in town. I don't know yet. We shall see. But either way, it's likely to be my last transmission. And the moral of the story is, don't do drugs, kids. Just don't do drugs. That's it. That was the point of this entire broadcast, apparently. Don't do drugs. I'm now 3 kilometers from town. The drugs did nothing. Well, not nothing. My nose is bleeding. That's something. That's certainly something. I'm here with Mouse. I don't think there's anything Luma could do to help me. There's nothing in town that he could give me to get me going again. That's it. It's over. I now rest on my tomb. Well, my temporary tomb. I'm sure my body won't be residing here. It'll surely wander off eventually. Damn chainsaw. There's no excuse for this, though. If I had just remembered to take the duct tape back, everything would have been fine, but I didn't. Instead, I sent Mouse on some stupid errand to bring the drugs back that screwed me over and a bunch of other crap that I could have just carried. I could have settled for killing about 30 with the water guns. I could have done a lot of things, but I didn't do any of them. And now I wait. All I can do is remember all the people that died. Why the hell couldn't I have just died with them? It would have been nicer, prolonging things like this. Why couldn't I have just stayed in my bed? Oh, good. At least I'm not totally alone with just my dog. I can see him. He's a little bit far off on a sand dune, but that goddamn crow is staring at me. And this time he won't fly away! I've always thought that it was like he knew what I was thinking, and now I'm really sure of it. He knows that I'm too tired to do anything. He knows that I can't run over there and swat him. I can barely stand. I walked as far as I could. When I think back to those dreams that were such a big part of my life for the last few weeks, he was even in those, wasn't he? There were times that I saw him right before I died. It was weird, I almost forgot. I mean, the being eaten was kinda more important to me. But really, when I think back, he was there. Almost all the time. And now he's there again. I don't know who those people were that I dreamed about, but maybe someday someone else will be in a town that's besieged by zombies, and they'll dream of me. And then I can live again. Well, if that's gonna happen, if someone's going to live through all my triumphs and failures, I can't let these last few hours disappoint them. My run failed before it even started, and because of that, I had prepared to kill a lot of undead bastards. I'm pretty close to town. I'm sure there's gonna be a few thousand of them rushing at me, but only a few hours left now. I'll try to kill as many as I can. Let me give you some parting words. Erich, before he died, he told me something pretty interesting. It was, Mortis von Lagerm. I don't know, I think it was in Latin, but apparently translated it meant, the dead teach the living. I mean, is that why I had those dreams of all those people that had died in the past? Because I'm convinced that they weren't just dreams, there was too many details. I think they actually happened. I think there are people that lived before me, and I think I have learned from them. So I can only hope that our deaths taught you something, who's ever listening to this. We're gone, you're still alive. Do whatever you can to keep living. Don't give up, even when it's hopeless. Keep going. We didn't make a difference here, but maybe we did. The longer we were here, the more undead came from around surrounding areas, but for all I know, there would have been even more if there weren't other towns fighting and taking them out the same way that we took them out. And hopefully when they migrate to a new town, there'll be less of them, and less of them, and less of them. We have to fight back. If even a few humans end up surviving through this somehow, we can start again. We can make the world live again. It's almost time. I'm ready. I'm not gonna go out screaming. This might even be fun. There you are. You guys are late. I just heard Luma's battle cry from town. It looks like a few of them are already broken in there. Well, a little sniping job. Hiding in a hole, shooting at zombies until they discover me. And then I'll do whatever I can to thin their numbers, even just a little bit. Kill more of them than they kill of us. At least I'll succeed in that. Let's do this!